Hi, I'm Sierra Madro, Technology Futurist. Today I'm going to do a quick demo and explanation review of 3 different microphones that I use for various types of videos. Right now, for comparison purposes, I'm using the built-in audio that comes on my iPhone 7. So this is a relatively quiet room. And what you're hearing now is just the basic audio that is available using my iPhone 7 with no modifications whatsoever. I'm also using the built-in camera app on my iPhone 7 just to make sure that this is a good baseline comparison of the 3 microphones. So the 3 mics that I'm going to show you today. I've got the Shure MV88. Now, this microphone is pretty premium. It's a boom style microphone. And next up, Apple AirPods, new toy that I just got today, so very excited to share this one with you. And then finally, the Stony Edge simple lav mic. And this is a corded lavalier style mic. So what do the mics look like themselves? So first off, here's the Shure. So the Shure microphone is a boom style mic that attaches via lightning port. So this works on any iOS device. And it is hinged 90 degrees so that you can attach it either to have the microphone face outward or face backward, depending on how you decide to plug it in, since lightning port can go in either direction. I've got the built-in windscreen on it right now that comes with it, and here's the microphone by itself so you can get a sense of what the microphone actually looks like, less the windscreen. This microphone is pretty darn nice and comes with a really nice little case with that's designed specifically for this microphone. Zips all the way around. So that's the Shure microphone, and you'll hear how that sounds here in just a minute. I wanted to describe the microphones first. Next off, AirPods. Yes, it does in fact look like a floss case. Pop it open, microphones. I'm hoping that didn't make it actually go off. It may have. So you'll see these in just a minute. These, of course, are obviously headphones as well as microphones. One of the nice things with the AirPods is that you can use one, the left one, the right one, or both of them. It doesn't matter. You can set it up in the settings to be a single AirPod or both, depending on your preferences and how you want to do a particular video. This can be really good if you're doing a single person video or if you're doing a webinar, because this attaches so seamlessly within iOS devices. And then finally, at the simple end of things, an actual corded lavalier microphone. And you can see here, just a standard lav mic. Now, because I am using an iPhone 7, I have to have the adapter to go from the headphone jack to lightning. Now, it's important to know that when you're doing a microphone using one of these adapters, you probably almost certainly need to use the Apple version. I haven't found any aftermarket adapters that actually work with the microphones. They all work with headphones, that's no problem. But if you want the microphone to work, you're going to want to use the actual Apple version. And that probably came with your iPhone 7 or other device. So, important part, how do these actually sound? So now it's time to walk through each of these microphones. And now I'm here using the Shure microphone. This is the MV88. It is designed specifically for iOS devices. It plugs in directly to your lightning port. So this is iOS only. One of the things about this is it's a boom mic, which means that it's designed to capture the sound coming directly at the camera, directly at the microphone. which means that if you're off axis from directly in front of the camera, then it doesn't get that sound very well. And to demonstrate this, I'm actually going to walk all the way around the camera so that you get a sense of what the sound sounds like when I'm walking around the edges. Now I'm behind the microphone and I'm coming back around the other side, and here I am again. So you get a sense of what that sound captures all the way around. You can, using a free application that comes with this microphone, you can very directly either have a wide angle, you can have a very narrow angle, and it's very customizable within the software on exactly what this microphone is capturing. So it's one of the most adjustable microphones I think I've used, and it's very, very full-featured. Next up, we're going to look at the Apple AirPods. And now I have the Apple AirPods in. Now, I know one of the things that is important when you're doing, particularly like webinars, is being able to have a good look around you. One of the things about this, of course, is that I'm cordless, which is quite nice, and I can be as far away from the camera or as near. Regardless of how far I am, the sound is going to be the same because these are, of course, attached to my face. Now, I have both of them in right now because I wanted to show you the fact that they both have microphones in them. Both the left and right AirPods have mics, which means that they can do a little bit of a type of beamforming, but they can certainly shut off a microphone. So if I had someone loudly talking over on one side, then it could actually shut off that microphone to make it more likely that the person that I'm talking to would be able to hear using this right mic. So there's a little bit of intelligence behind what they can do. You can also, while I have both of these in at one time, you can also use them one at a time, more like a traditional Bluetooth headset. And this is really nice if you're doing a particularly long webinar, something like that. You may want to use one and have the other one charging and then be able to swap them out on the fly. Really handy being able to do something like that. And they're quite customizable that way. Now, generally speaking, when you're close by, you're not even going to notice that these things are in, particularly if you have as much hair as I do. But that's why I'm trying to pull these away so that you can get the full sense of what they're like. My hair hasn't interfered with the sound quality at all, so that was something I was a little concerned about, but it's been just fine. So these are the Apple AirPods, really nice for a lot of online webinar types of situations. Next up is our corded solution, the lavalier mic. Now I have the lav mic attached. You can see it here attached to my sweater. This is the common place that you would have a lav mic attached. Now, of course, since this is a lav mic, it is corded, which means I only have a certain amount of space, room from my camera. This has a moderately long cord, but it's certainly not long enough that you would want to be across the room from wherever you're filming. It's something that you'd still want to be a pretty close distance. It's fine though if you're doing videos like this where I'm relatively close to the camera. Now, I wanted to give you an idea, since this is a lav mic, it's always important to know how close and how directional is that microphone. So I'm going to unclip this, and now I'm going to show you both what the microphone looks like here, but I also now have this pretty far away from where I'm talking. And now I'm going to move it closer and closer and closer. Now it's probably a lot louder. I'm trying to talk at the same volume as I'm moving it now away from me, and you can see how directional the microphone is. So that gives you an idea of how well it's going to be able to block out noise from the environment, because it is formed for something that's very close to you and where you're speaking. So those are the three microphones. That was the Shure MV88, the Apple AirPods, here. And then finally, the one that I'm using right now, which is the Stony Edge Simple Lav Mobile. All three of these are available on Amazon, although frankly, there's a long wait right now on the AirPods. It took a 6-week wait for me to get these, and I just got them today. So there's a little bit shorter wait for the others. I'm going to put a link in the description below so that you can see where to get these, how much they are, and get a link to the Amazon listing so you know how to buy them and where to get them. I think all three of these are going to be very good for specific purposes, and each have their place in a full-on microphone arsenal for mobile recording of video. This is Sierra Madro, Technology Futurist, and hope you enjoyed. If you have questions, let me know.